If you want to join the FFF podcast as additional guest, drop us an email. We'll read it, decline, but at least we'll read it with 2 Pro.
So topic 3 is the iTunes game, which is where we elect one person that is currently taking part in the podcast who has iTunes. And I know for a fact Butt Monkey does not have iTunes.
I will try. Yeah.
You can't. If you use YouTube to listen to music, you can't randomly flick through YouTube.
I have a shuffle feature of my favourite songs.
Oh dear. Right, okay. Well, should we do Butt Monkey this week and we'll do someone else next week? Right, okay. So, 1 second while I just load up the questions, because I'm so well prepared.
The question of the day is... Beep.
No, it's roughly about 10 or 12 questions, which, rather than give me proper answers to, you put your iTunes on shuffle and click next, and then tell me what the name of the song is and the artist. For example, I say to you, if someone says, "Is this okay?" you say,
this? Krista Berg, Lady in Red.
Right, okay. That's fine. Thanks, Timo. Timo, you are now...
Hello.
You are now taking part in our podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you very much. It's recording. I'm recording. I'm saving that up best. It's recording.
I know that you used to be a DJ, so you're going to feel right at home sitting in this room talking to us about random shit.
What, feel like a twat?
Yep. I think Timo's had a bit to drink.
Yeah, I have. But I don't know who's give it to me.
Right, okay. So, back to the original conversation.
Yeah, okay, where are we going?
Right, if the question was, but if someone says, "Is this okay?" you say, and what sounded like Lady in Red.
Yes, owner of a lonely heart. Right,
okay. Well, that's an interesting one, but never mind. Next, what would best describe your personality?
Gay.
Toto, Africa.
And what does it go like? Give us a little clip.
1 second, I'll just... I am on an 80s rock band shuffle here.
Okay, that might make it a little bit more interesting. Right, okay. Question 3. What do you like in a guy/girl?
Twisted sisters. We're not going to make it. Take me.
Awesome. Okay, right, question 4. How do you feel tonight?
This one. I'm the odd boy. Creed 3.
Nice. What is your life's purpose?
My life purpose is the final countdown.
Really?
You're...
No way. That could not be any better.
Stop it! Cut it out! I have a glandular problem!
So there you go.
Right, well, that was rather interesting. I like that.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Oh, it's true.
Cheers, Timo. Can always rely on you to balls things up.
Thank you very much.
Bloody hell, this podcast's going on, but it's going to be...
It's over 9,000!
minutes long?
I was just loading them up.
Blow it out your ass.
I've got balls of steel.
You've got what?
FFF podcast. Balls of steel. Correct.
questions and answers with Robin about the new site and things that are going to go on it, which is where I'm going to flash up little teasers of things that are going to be on it, like buttons and logos and shit.
So, shall I explain a little bit about it?
You can do if you want.
All right. So, a decent overhaul of the FFF website has been needed for quite a long time now. I think we'll all agree. The current one is built on a CMS or a content management system called PHP Nuke, and uses a forum based on PHPB, which is quite a well-known piece of free forum software. And although our current site's quite functional, it's not very customizable or extendable, which means we're limited to the current features that we have, and we really want to get a bit more out of it. So, and also uses a lot of old web standards using tables and whatnot, as opposed to CSS, which a lot of new websites use. So we're deciding which direction to take in terms of kind of what technologies to use for the site. I began to research what the best forum software currently available is, because we want the best. So I got a load of feedback from other forum admins and tried to figure out what the best framework for our site would be to allow kind of extensive customizability through like plugins and mods and stuff like that. And wanted to make sure that we wouldn't be kind of limited, and make sure that we can provide the best and kind of coolest forum experience for our users using the most up-to-date technologies. So after reading around a load and getting loads of input, I decided to use quite a new piece of software called Zenforo. It was only released about a year ago. You might not have heard of it, but it's actually been developed by a couple of guys who used to work for vBulletin, one of the largest forum software developers out there. I'm sure most of you guys have used sites based on that before. They left the company about a year ago and began to build their own piece of much better software from the ground up that utilizes all the latest web technologies for a really lightweight, fast, and really gorgeous user experience. So this provides the backbone of the new site. And but we also wanted to ensure that we have a kind of really feature-rich and attractive front page that when people land on the site, they're greeted with nice eye candy and can figure out what it's all about pretty quick. So to do that, I used a free plugin for Zenforo called Zenporter, which adds a portal to the front of the forum, so you can create a really cool landing page for your users before they go in. And it's a really great piece of software. It's still in development by a chap called Jaxel, which you can visit his site at 8wayrun.com if you like. And there's a few other plugins, including Jaxel's media plugin, which you may very well be listening to this podcast through right now, which allows us to put YouTube videos on the site so we can comment on them and like them. We can discuss them through the website, which is quite good, and it all uses our forum account. And so this has all come together to provide quite a good starting point to launch the new site with lots of new features to be added over the next few weeks and months. And so some of the cool new features for the site, include an integrated built-in like system, very similar to Facebook, where you can like each user's posts, all the different media, stuff like that. And it sounds like a really simple, silly thing, but it's amazing how quickly you get used to it and it integrates into the whole part of the kind of taking part in the forum. And there's also fancy graphics for post submissions and new live alert systems to notify you when there's updates to threads that you're taking part in. Also, a medal and a rank system will be introduced, and badges, which can be granted to or earned by members. Badges, indeed.
We don't need no stinking badges.
But for Player of the Month, for example, they can have his own Player of the Month badge, or if you're a donating member, you can have your own badge, or you can have one based on the length of time that you've been in the clan, things like that. And obviously a ton of other stuff which we'll add over a while. So that's the core of what's going on there at the moment. And it's pretty much ready. It's just got a few little polishing touches to do. I do have to give a little shout out to Stormy from the Crazy Gamers clan, because he's given me a huge amount of help putting it all together, and he's been invaluable at helping to port over all the old content, such as V-Wars and just the old forum and stuff like that. So cheers, mate. And also my mate Kat, who's a graphic designer, and she's given me a bit of Photoshop help with it, and probably a whole lot more crap than it will do if it wasn't for her. So you can visit her website at designsanfrontier.co.uk. I'll put the link in the comments after the video. And yeah, that's about it. So if you've got any questions, shoot.
Well, you just answered every question I thought. Shout outs, who helped you, all content, what it does. Fine, man.
I'm happy to call that a wrap, by the way. Cut.
Sweet.
Well, that's Rob's section over.
No, it sounds a lot better than the system we're using at the minute. Like.
Yeah. I like the one where it notifies about a
I lost him just as in simply.
Because like with the forums when you post
hang
them,
on,
it'll
be right
come up
back.
with like a little. All right then, I'll wait for you to come back before.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
finish
Robin,
that
it's
question.
fine. We'll just hold up recording, mate. It's fine. We'll just sit here in silence until you come back, mate.